Hey, fifth graders, and welcome to Unit 3. Unit 3 is going to be all about decimals, right? Those numbers that come in between whole numbers. So we're going to be working on lots of different skills over the next few weeks. We're going to be working on place value. We're going to be working on writing decimals, adding and subtracting large decimal number, deciding what decimal is bigger, comparing them. So we're going to be working on all of these different skills. So some days, and this is a harder unit, so sometimes we're going to do the same skill 2 days in a row. Okay, so I'm really imploring you this entire unit, make sure you're watching all the videos because you're going to see Mr. Marty work through problems that you can watch. Watch how I do it. Watch my thinking. Listen to how I'm moving things around and organizing my work, and then you can be really, really successful. Okay, so today our first lesson is all about figuring out place value, learning this place value, and then writing some big numbers and decimal numbers. Okay, so that is our goal for today. And so get ready. Make sure that in places where I'm asking you to take notes, you take notes because some of these things are references you're going to need later on. All right, so let's dive into it. All right, so today our learning target for today is that I can learn what decimals are and practice writing them. So you just watched a video on kind of what decimals are. Decimals are how we work with numbers that are in between whole numbers. So if we have half of something or we have just a part of something, decimal is how we work on that. Okay, so that is our goal for today. Make sure that if you haven't done so yet, that you get this chart. It was on the page. Get this chart written down into your notes, into your Avid binder, because this is going to be really important. This chart will help you with a lot of problems. Okay, so make sure if you haven't done it yet, pause the video now, go back, pull out that Avid binder, get this written down, because over the next few days, you're going to bring this chart out, and it's going to be kind of like a little cheat sheet for you as you're working through things. Our first thing we're going to do, and you can see I have that chart now in the corner. The first thing we're going to do is look at place value. I'm going to ask you what digit or what number is in a certain decimal value or in a certain place value place. Okay, so if I look at this, I've got this number 542,783. All right, and I want to know what number is in the thousandth. Okay, so I'm going to use this chart down here to help me. This chart is super helpful. So I'm first going to look and see if there's a decimal. There is not a decimal. I do see this little comma right there, but that is not a decimal. That's separating a bigger number. So I don't need that right now. I know that this is a whole number, right? Not only do we want to learn the place value of decimals, but we want to start to really practice the place value of some big numbers as well. So one thing I need to always look at is the ending of what it says. All right. This says thousands. All right. If we're dealing with place value, you're going to normally see a TH at the end. When we're dealing with decimals, it's going to say thousandths with the TH at the end. You see that in the chart over here. You can see how the end of each one has THs behind it. All right. So this tells me right away that this is a whole number. All right, so I need to find the thousandth. I know that this first number, if I look at my chart right here, the first number is a 1. So I'm going to put a little, I know that that's not the thousands. Then it's tens. Then it's hundreds. And I use my chart and I see that the fourth number over is thousand. So what digit is in the thousands place? Well, that digit is 2. All right, I might know what these are, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, or I can use my chart to see how many digits over I need to go. Okay, let's look at another one. It said, what digit is in the ones place? All right, well, this is a pretty easy one. I know this one off the top of my head, but even if I look on the chart, I see that there's no decimal. I see there's no TH at the end, so I know this is a whole number. If I look, it's the very first number is the ones, looking at my chart. So that tells me that the very first number of my number is the ones digit. So there are 3 ones, or 3 is the digit that is in the ones place. Here's another one. Now I have 10,000s. Once again, check for a decimal, no decimal. Look, and I see that 10,000ths is right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places over. So I'm going to go 5 places over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the digit that is in the 10,000th place is 4. We have 4 10,000ths, or that means we have 40,000 right there. But 4 is the digit that is in the 10,000ths place. So this is how we're doing it. We're just trying to learn where those different place value spots are. Okay, here's another one. I see 10s. I do not see a TH at the end. So that tells me that it's a whole number. If I look over here, I see it's 2 spots over. 1, 2. The second spot over is an 8. So what digit is in the 10s place? The 8 is. Oh, now I notice something much different. This is our first one that I see the TH. Okay, so when it's a whole number, we work to the left, right? We move ourselves this way when it is a whole number. With decimals, it's opposite. Okay, we have to move ourselves right. We move over to the right instead of to the left. So I see that this is hundredths. Okay, that TH tells me that this is a decimal number. I also see the decimal right there. That's important to note. So I know I'm going to be working to the right now instead of to the left. With our other ones, we were bouncing to the left. But now we're going to be bouncing to the right because it is a decimal number. All right, so I look at my chart. I need to find hundredths. I see the decimal point, and I see that hundredths is 2 places over. All right, so I go to that decimal point. I'm going to bounce 2 places over. 1, 2. There is my digit. The digit that is in the hundredths place is 5. Okay, so you can see how this chart is going to be super helpful for you, especially early on. All right, here's another one. I see that TH at the end. That tells me it's a decimal. Now we're working with tenths. If I look at my chart, I see that tenths is just 1 spot after the decimal. There's the decimal. Looking 1 spot after the decimal gets me a 7. So what digit is in the tenths place? The 7 is. All right, last one. It says 10 thousandths. Once again, I see the TH. I notice the decimal. 10 thousandths, looking at my chart, is 1, 2, 3, 4 spots behind the decimal. So I'm going to do that on my number. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what digit is in the 10,000th spot? Well, that would be 8. So you are going to get some problems that look like this. Some of them will be whole numbers. Some of them will be decimals. And what you're going to do is you're going to look at the number and then look at the question. It's going to say what digit is in, and then I will give you a decimal place value or a normal place value. And you're going to write the digit or the number that is in that certain place value. Get this chart out. This chart will help you so much today to accomplish your task. So get that chart out, have it next to you, and this should be a breeze for you. Okay, good luck. And then we will come back after you answer those problems for one more learning task today before you are done. All right, everyone, go get that done.